Everybody, this is Hayes. We are working on a 2008 Chevy Colbalt with the no start, no crank, no start condition. She had a starter put on it, but the starter did not fix the problem. We're just going to go over the basic steps to, to check a starter. For one, I'm just going to use the relay. Let me go ahead and unplug this. This is the crank relay. I go ahead and pulled it out, and I got a special tool that I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in there. Go ahead and stick my relay on here, I guess. And just to see if the starter is okay. I'm sure it is. I'm going to go ahead and supply 12 volts to that pin right there. So we know the starter kicks over. So we're good there. We know it's not a starter issue here. So let's go in the vehicle and let's check out what's going on inside the vehicle. Now it could be a security issue. So let's check that first, since it's a no crank, no start. Let me turn the key for you. I get nothing. Something's wrong with that ignition switch though. It doesn't want to retract back. I'll get to that a little bit later. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. The wipers came on. Okay, one second. All right, so we're going to be checking for, let's just check our lights first of all. As I look at these gauges, you notice, let me turn it off again. You notice there's no check engine light. The check engine light is nowhere to be found on there. And the check engine light should be right here in this position. Let's do it again. No check engine lights. That automatically tells me I'm probably not going to get communication with my computer. So let's go on the scan tool. And I'll go into the powertrain, which is the computer. And it's a 2.2 liter. It's an automatic transmission. Let's see if we can talk to the computer and read trouble codes. I'm probably going to get a no communication, and I do. I have a no communication. Check engine light is important. You got to have that check engine light on, well, unless the bulb was out or something. But that check engine light isn't on. That means there's not going to be any communication because the computer needs that 5-volt reference. So let's see if we can get into anything else. See if I can make this quick. Let's see if I can get into the transmission control module. See if I can read codes out of there. And I do. I have lost communication with the computer. And I have 2 codes. Lost communication with engine control module. All right, so we got that. Let's check our security light. Our security light is on, but it's not blinking, which is a good sign. On or off. Blinking security light would not be a good thing. So let's go into the, let's see if we can get into the theft system. Let me back it on up out of here a little bit. That's going to be under the body control module, theft deterrent module. And let's see if we can read some codes in there. Make sure it's not a theft problem, a security issue. And we have no trouble codes in the theft module, so we're good there. The next thing I'm going to check is I'm just going to go ahead and go in there and see if I have a 5-volt reference signal coming out of one of those sensors. Let's do that now. All right, I'm focused on the throttle body. That's that piece right there, and I have the key in the on position. I went ahead and unplugged it, and there's 3 spots where the pins go in. There's 6 spots, and one of these spots, it should be 5-volt reference. And let's just check that, all right? Because that's important to get that 5-volt reference. Usually when you lose your 5-volt reference, you lose everything. I mean, the car just won't start. It won't even crank sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up like this. I'm going to use my power probe as my meter. All right. And I'm going to set it up just like that. Hopefully you can see a little bit what I'm doing. Let me check that. And nope, you can't see anything. All right. And what I have is this, I just have this alligator clip. I'm going to clip it on my power probe. And if I get voltage, I'll see it on that red meter. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and probe all these. I got 0, 0, 0.3, 0, 0, and I have 0. So I have nothing coming out of there. So I've lost my 5-volt reference. Now I'm hoping that I can unplug all these 5-volt reference sensors, like the throttle body, the mass airflow sensor, and I'll get my 5-volt reference back. So I'm going to start unplugging these. I'm going to start unplugging all the sensors, even the fuel pump, the fuel pressure sensor in the back, the pedal inside the vehicle, the crank sensor, the cam sensor. I'll unplug that. I'll unplug the mass airflow sensor. I'll unplug the high pressure switch on the AC, crank sensor. I'm going to unplug them one at a time, and I'm going to watch my voltage. I'm going to go ahead, since I unplugged the mass airflow sensor already, I'm going to go ahead and check some voltage readings now. I have 0.2. I have 0.6. 0.6 on one of those, so it didn't return. So sometimes these sensors will short out, and they'll pull that 5 volts down to 0, and then, you know, of course the vehicle's not going to start. If you don't have that 5-volt reference, you're just dead in the water. So let me start unplugging things, and I'll get back with you. I'm also going to check my powers and my grounds to my PCM. And let me get you over here. My PCM, and this would be my power, this pink with a black stripe. And I'll have to get the schematic up to find the other ones. Let me find it. I already got them marked. I had them marked. I had to go back and print another one up. But I'll check the powers, I'll check the grounds, and to make sure we're good in that department before I don't want to replace the computer unless, you know, because I'll have to buy it. If it doesn't fix this problem, I think it's going to be a computer. I'll have to unplug everything first. But I want to be 100% because, you know, I don't want to buy a computer or anything for anybody. I want to be 100% sure, so I don't want you to spend any money either unless you have to. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to start unplugging everything, and I'll get back with you. Alright everyone, I didn't find my 5-volt reference, did not come back. I checked everything that I possibly could have checked. Powers, grounds, all the sensors from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle. There was no change. The only change that I did see as far as voltage goes for my 5-volt reference was unplugging this bottom plug off my PCM. And once I unplugged that bottom plug on my PCM, I had the increase of voltage of 3.3 volts on my 5-volt reference circuit. So I thought that was a good sign. I don't know if that means anything, but I took it as, man, I need to get a computer. So I went and bought a computer from the salvage yard. We'll have to go get it programmed if it works, but we're going to plug it up and see what happens. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. that it's going to be a ECM problem. So I'm going to go ahead and plug up everything as it should be, get it back into its where it lives, and go from there. I'm going to go ahead and stick it back in the slot. It goes this way. No, it doesn't go that way. It goes this way. Okay. Let me make sure the key's in the off position before I plug this ECM in. All right. Come on, baby. You got to work for me. You got to work. So, I'm plugging that in. As long as my check engine light comes on, I'm good, I believe. And I'll plug that one in. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the transmission control module too, since I just unplugged it. And plug that back in. Now let's go in the vehicle and let's see if we got let's see if our check engine light is on. It's the moment of truth. Right here, moment of truth. All right. All right. Keys off. Come on, check engine light. Check engine light is now on. We're good. We are solid. Let's go back outside and we'll check 5-volt reference just because I'm sure I got it because my check engine light's back on. So let's go back out here. That's good. Get this thing programmed, get it towed to the dealership tomorrow, get it programmed. And let's see what we got. So I'm going to unplug this TPS sensor real quick. I'm trying to do this quickly. I don't want to be here too much longer. I spent a little bit of time on this already. So, all right, I'm going to hook this up to my my power probe, wherever it went, and there it goes. I'm going to go ahead and connect that pin on this side. Let's see if we got 5 volts coming out of here now. I'll show you when I find it. I got 2. I got 4.4 volts. And I got 5 volts. And there is my 5 volts. Okay? So we're good to go. All we need to do is, since we put a new computer in it, we go take it to the dealer. They'll program the security system, the key, the ignition key to the computer, and she's running again. Hopefully they'll do the relearn for me. If not, I can do it on my scan tool. It doesn't really matter. All right, I'm gonna button it up. And one more thing, you probably want to see me communicate with the PCM again. Powertrain, it's a 2.2 liter motor, automatic transmission, engine control module. I'll go ahead and read trouble codes. And I'm back in there so I can talk to the computer again. I got an engine coolant temperature sensor, the crankshaft relearn. Okay, the solenoid, yes, I do have it unplugged. Let me go ahead and plug that back up. Didn't have to unplug that. I was just testing other stuff. Engine control module, I had that. Engine coolant temperature sensor, throttle position sensor. I did all those. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all those codes. Clear trouble codes. Yes, I do. And that's it. I'll go back in and I'll read what I have. I should have that crankshaft, should be in there still for the relearn. And the temperature control. Alright, and that's all I got. Alright, that's it, y'all. She'll be back running tomorrow. Peace.